Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back WSWA President and CEO, Craig Wolf.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Ahmad Ardalan, an Iraqi-born author, wrote, "Sometimes in life, a sudden situation, a moment in time, alters your whole life and forever changes the road ahead." 20 years ago, I was working on Capitol Hill as counsel to the Senate Judiciary Committee. During an otherwise normal day, one of my fellow counsel approached me and asked me to handle a meeting for him. I asked him what the meeting was about. He said, "I don't know, something about wine." Well, for me, that was a moment that forever changed my life. For over 18 years, nearly a third of my life, I've had the honor and privilege to serve the distinguished membership of this organization, first as general counsel, and for the last 11 plus years as president and CEO. I've also been blessed to have had the opportunity to lead an exceptional team of dedicated professionals who have worked overtime to make WSWA one of the most respected trade associations in the country today. During my tenure, we have enjoyed tremendous success. Our record of achievement on Capitol Hill is unmatched in the industry, from resolutions supporting the three-tier system to increased funding for the Alcohol and Tobacco Tax and Trade Bureau, from obtaining authorization for research on DUID and funding for training of law enforcement authorities as drug recognition experts, to preservation of buy local through the appropriations process, from exemptions for the industry for the Food Safety Act, to preventing a federal mandate expanding the use of ignition interlocks, to defeating legislation which would have allowed the unregulated shipment of alcohol through the U.S. Postal Service, and of course, to successfully defend our interests during the recent tax reform effort and ensure that your companies were eligible for significant pass-through tax relief. WSWA has repeatedly demonstrated the ability to rapidly build support across multiple congressional committees in both the House and the Senate, and an agility that allows us to rapidly shift focus as needed to face new challenges as they arrive. Our more recent expansion and engagement on state affairs is a perfect example of this. Recognizing the growing importance of state-level legislative action, we successfully expanded our staffing and service to our advisory council in order to more aggressively meet state-level challenges. This record of achievement was only made possible by a dedicated and committed leadership and membership that is politically astute and engaged. Through your efforts, during my administration, we grew the PAC from $340,000 per year to over $1 million per year for the past 6 years, and we're well on our way to making it 7 in a row. Just as integral to our success was your cultivation of relationships with members of Congress and advocacy on behalf of family-owned American businesses that employ more than 74,000 workers in every state, every congressional district across the country, and deliver the widest array of products available anywhere in the world in a manner that is transparent, well-regulated, and efficiently taxed. We've worked hard, by the way, to be a nonpartisan organization, and we have committed allies on both sides of the aisle, because the importance of a strong regulatory environment for the sale and distribution of beverage alcohol, it's a unifying issue, and it doesn't mean one side or the other, it cuts across party lines. Both Democrats and Republicans recognize the significance of our industry. Wholesalers generate more than $55 billion in tax revenue to federal, state, and local governments. We pay $6.5 billion in wages per year, and we are the critical link in a responsible and efficient distribution system that ensures product safety and consumer protection. Now, it was great yesterday to hear Rob Sands speak proudly about the three-tier system, how it's the foundation of a marketplace that is the envy of the world, the most profitable in the world, and the most consumer-friendly in the world as well. But let's face it, there are many who don't understand what we do and work tirelessly to undermine our responsible and trusted system of distribution. So WSWA has also been the unquestioned industry leader in the courts, fighting litigation across the country challenging effective regulatory control. By working closely with attorneys general and our industry partners in advocating for strong state authority under the 21st Amendment, we've been able to defend a strong regulatory environment and defeat or limit the majority of attempts made to use the courts to undermine that state authority. Under my tenure, WSWA has worked hard to partner with those within the industry and those outside of our industry in order to create mutually beneficial relationships supporting our agenda. I have always believed that WSWA should be transparent and candid in our relations with other organizations. It is only by being an honest broker that you create the ability and the credibility to successfully engage with others. Now, I subscribe to the Wirtz family's ethos you heard yesterday in the video. Our word is our bond. That doesn't mean, by the way, we will always agree. In fact, sometimes with industry partners, we have vehement disagreements. But it does mean that because our word is our bond, while there may be disagreements on other issues, we can work together with our industry partners on areas of mutual concern because we are clear about our positions and we can always be trusted to abide by our commitments. Under my tenure, WSWA has also broken new ground beyond our traditional government affairs and public affairs efforts. We partner with Drizzly to demonstrate that distributors embrace technology and are consumer-oriented and focused. We created our state law database, a one-of-a-kind resource with over 6,000 data points detailing state laws and regulations, which has had the additional benefit of opening up a new revenue stream for the organization. We partnered with DSI in order to provide a host of affinity programs that provide substantial cost savings, especially for our smaller and mid-sized members. And we are just about to launch SIPSource, which will provide for our members and the industry the most accurate sales data available in the country while creating another important source of non-dues revenue for the association. But in the end, it is our membership that is the key to our strength. All members of WSWA, large, medium, and small, have a voice in this association. All voices are represented and respected. And it has been a priority of mine to engage the next generation of wholesaler leaders in the association. And I often remark that the reason we are so united and so effective is because of the relationships developed over time by prior generations of WSWA leadership. To that end, we have increased engagement in our Council for Leadership Development from an average of 35 participants each year to over 80. And I'm particularly proud of the work we have done over the past 2 years in creating and building the Women's Leadership Council. It is essential that we continue to expand those efforts for the association. Now, I should note that one of my goals over the past 11 years as president and CEO has been to cultivate female representation within the organization. The association staff is fortunate to have more than half of its staff being women, many in leadership positions. But it is particularly gratifying to have finally achieved my goal of having the first female officer of the association in 75 years. Please join me in congratulating and thanking Sue McCollum of Major Brands for joining the leadership team at WSWA. Now, I also need to thank another woman in my wife, Sally, who was here today for my farewell convention. Sally sacrificed her career and did the hard work of raising our family while I focused on doing my job at WSWA. She had to handle everything while I was regularly on the road for days or a week at a time and was often home late at night. I had to come home late at night after evening events in Washington. And as many of you know, I may not even be here today but for the fact that Sally gave me the gift of life when I was ill. Much of what I've been able to achieve would not have been possible without her, so thank you, Sally, for being there for me through thick and thin. I love you. Now, I can say, without reservation, that on this, the 75th anniversary of the Wine and Spirits Wholesalers of America, my last convention as leader of the organization, I leave the association in good hands and at the height of its power and influence. That being said, there are daunting challenges ahead for the organization and the industry. Consolidation, deregulation, and the technological revolution pose considerable risks and opportunities. My final piece of advice to the membership is to remember that a unified membership has been the key to our success in the past and is the key to your success in the future. No one wholesaler, no matter how dominant within the tier, can ever hope to match the success we have experienced as a team working together. Abraham Lincoln famously stated that a house divided against itself cannot stand. I urge you to remember that as you face the future. Working together, WSWA and its membership will continue to thrive for another 75 years, I have no doubt. Now, Helen Keller is famously quoted as having said, "Life is either a daring adventure or it's nothing at all." At the end of June, I'm embarking on a new adventure with no guarantee of success. Of course, you know I like challenges. But I do so with confidence, knowing that the lessons I have learned over the past 18 years at WSWA have prepared me for whatever challenge comes next. I have enjoyed each and every day of my time with you, and will miss each and every one of you. I consider the relationships I have had with you as more precious than gold. You've supported me through adversity, war, and illness. You've been my mentors and friends. Echoing Lou Gehrig, I will tell you that today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth because I've had the great good fortune to have met each and every one of you and shared these many years together. I certainly wish you all the best, and I hope that time will only strengthen the bonds between us. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you.